Our weavings are ways of holding knowledge. They are documents in a sense. And our role as weavers is to hold that knowledge, express that knowledge. There's a lot of very intricate meaning to all of the patterns and the shapes and the designs. Foundationally, what is in this weaving is the 4 Coast Salish laws, and then stemming from that, our social systems, our structures, our traditional ways of ensuring those laws were upheld. My late mother had mentioned years ago that she really longed to weave. She said, "I wish I learned how to weave." She passed away quite young and was a survivor of residential school. They had to learn how to be good Christians and never had the opportunity to learn about our cultural ways. So when I sit at the loom and I weave now, I know that I'm reconnecting to my mom's grandmother, who's the last known weaver in our family. Everything's got to be balanced. Everything has to, you can't have start here and then have your piece come in because your tension gets too tight. So there's always this harmony and balance that you have to maintain while you're sitting at the loom. Patience, at the very least, is something we learn as weavers. Our ancestors would plant seeds and nurture and value each individual child and teach that child in line with whatever their roles and responsibilities are. And I feel that the EMBA is doing the same in a sense. It's nurturing and valuing each individual learner and planting seeds and allowing the room and space for that individual learner to ultimately fulfill whatever their each and every role and responsibility is. Throughout the program, I would be taking in the information, about governance, about sustainability, about financial management. I would be doodling weaving designs and making notes and making it relatable to me and my background and how I'm going to use this information. There was a lot of room in there to weave together this new knowledge, new language, and new ways of thinking that I was learning in the EMBA program with traditional knowledge. Where I came to at the end of the program is, for my capstone, I just want to do a weaving. Can I do that? I wanted something that was tangible, more than a paper. The 4 Coast Salish laws are here. The black in this designing here represents truth. The blue represents family. The red represents our law of culture and spirituality. And the yellow represents our health and wellness laws. The designs begin with those 4 laws coming down to the people. This forward motion here is showing that our people were always adaptable, always adapting to new and ever-changing environments. I feel I'm really blessed to live and work in Tsleil-Waututh because there's a strong connection to the land and the water. And there's been a growing desire to reconnect to traditional ways and to understand where we come from. Through my role as a director overseeing all of the social services in the community, it's been a privilege to really engage and to be a part of this revitalization of language and culture and traditional practices. And that's what the people are asking for, especially the young people. The other day I had students from Tsleil-Waututh come through, giving them a glimpse into the past and the roles and the responsibilities and the storytelling. They come from a very rich people. They come from ancestors who were resilient and strong, and they left a lot of tools for us to pick up and to move forward. So to have the students here to sit down and to weave a little bit on this piece is very significant. And it was really cool because they were learning what I was saying to them, just about how to be, how our ancestral ways and our teachings. Nothing really major, but just little things as they're weaving. And that connection that those students had in that moment, it came to life. And then it was woven into this, and now it's always there for us. Knowledge isn't power, knowledge is a responsibility, especially our sacred traditional knowledge and practices. Those are important to share, and I'm just so thankful that my project was encouraged, because ultimately that leads me to achieve the goal of getting the most that I can out of the program and to have something sustainable to bring back to the community and to move forward in a way that's meaningful.